All right. Happy Sunday. First, I just want to start off quick with Tubi. So this has been like 80 Day Obsession was an absolute like ginormous launch. And Tubi is kind of blowing that out of the water. So Tubi has been like Beachbody's biggest launch ever, meaning that it's attracting a ton of people. So if you are somebody, whether you're listening to this recording or you're on now and you're still in May and you have not gotten Tubi yet, it will probably never be as cheap as it is right now with the pre-launch sale on top of our coach discount. So one, I always say you would never recommend a restaurant to your best friend or your girlfriends that you've never been to. And Tubi is such a huge launch that you really do need to get it. And, whether you actually go through it and like change your eating habits with it, that's completely up to you. But having and using our products, being a product of the product to be able to recommend it, it's huge. So if you're somebody who, maybe you can't afford it, and like I get that. When I first started, I could barely afford like anything. So I really do get it. But if you help 3 people get signed up with Tubi, just like the challenge pack, then you can purchase it yourself, because for us it's only $75, and I promise it's so worth it. It's going to help your business. Get 3 people signed up with it, talk about this nutrition program that you exercise is totally optional. Like that is attractive to so many people. So if you've not gotten it yet because of finances or whatever, get 3 people signed up for the challenge pack, and then once you get that paycheck, sign up for it yourself. Other than that, that's all I really have for the announcements. We have a week and a half left of the month, and you guys, this is like huge coming into summer, helping people. Like advertising things is okay, who's bikini ready? I'm not either. Let's do it together. Like doing it as like a let's do it together, or whatever. So much time left to hit Success Club this month. You just need to help 3 people get signed up for the challenge pack. That's it. Other than that, I'm going to pass it off to Jamie. Tonight we're going to talk about recruiting. So I hope you're ready to take some notes. Go ahead.
Hi guys. Okay, so I'm like thinking about doing this call earlier, and it was so silly to me because like literally I'm not a great recruiter, because look at this call, it's literally Megan's entire team and me. So for me to be talking about this seems kind of silly, but it's not that I'm not doing it, it's just I haven't found my people yet. So I'm pretty confident in that I can still talk to you guys about that. And it's just stuff for me to always know to go over as well. So I'm going to talk about basically at all different points of your business, because I know I didn't think about recruiting much until I was like further along, and I wish I would have thought about it earlier. So I'm just going to kind of go through how it changes as you go and build your business. So if you're a brand new coach and maybe you don't have any coaches, maybe you have one coach, maybe you have never had a challenger, and maybe you've had challengers for 10 months. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But if you're at the coach status, you really want to get to Emerald. There's so many benefits of being an Emerald coach. Team cycle bonus, you start getting leads, all sorts of stuff. So you really want to get to Emerald. And the best way to do this, and no one really talked to me this as much as I wish I would have known when I was a new coach, is your first 2 placements under you, on your first placement on your right and your left leg, are literally gold placement as far as who you put there. Those people have a really good opportunity to make a lot of money even without doing a lot of stuff. And so it's also really good to be able to be in control of those spots. So U+2 is what a lot of people say. So you want to sign up 2 of your people to maybe your mom, your sibling, your spouse. You want to be in control of at least, I would say, 1. If you have someone that will support you, and you probably will as long as you talk to them, at least 1. If you want to have the second one in there, because it is a really good spot, like I said, to be able to build and have the money purpose. It's just a good spot to put people. There is one, Brianna and Cassie Burns are sisters, and one of them signed up under the other. Just to help her out, and the one doesn't even really do anything, but because her sister has built such a team. She literally makes a couple $100 a week in cycle bonuses just because of that. So think about that if you have a spouse that might want to sign up. And if you build to diamond, and even just having maybe them as an emerald or something, they can still be making money off of your team that you're building. So you always want to think about that. It's a good way to maybe talk to your spouse about it too, if they're a little hesitant. And just make sure if you, or when for going emerald, you have one on your left and one on your right. You can't have two coaches on the same leg to be emerald. So when you're recruiting as a coach, really you just want to talk to those people as close to you as you can. Siblings, some of your best friends, spouses. My mom was actually my first coach. So parents, and then of course your challengers. I know that sometimes we overlook our challengers, but challengers really are your best, you're going to be your best coaches, because most people sign up as a challenger, they fall in love with the products, and then they're going to get results. People start asking them about it. So those people you always want to make sure that you're talking to about the business as well. So as a brand new coach, that's kind of where you want to focus. Then you hopefully will hit emerald, and you kind of want to switch it up. You're not going to probably be able to sign up a bunch of your best friends and siblings, but you're going to have another warm market. So these are the people that you are maybe high school friends with, just whoever your warm market is, your Facebook friends, friends of friends, family, not your super inner circle, but you're just your warm market. This is really, as a new coach, who you're going to be talking to, and those are all potential coaches. I really like to scroll on Facebook and look for opportunities to invite based on people who post maybe new moms who are going back to, I've seen new moms all the time post oh my gosh, I have to go back to work, leaving my baby. That's a perfect opportunity to talk to someone, or maybe someone who's pregnant and doesn't like their job or something like that. Just all those different opportunities. People talking about not having enough money to do this or not having time off to do that. All those opportunities are really good opportunities to start a conversation with someone, and to keep in mind them being a coach for that reason. Not that you necessarily need to dive in for that, but start a conversation and hopefully it can lead there. So I always like to keep those people in mind if I'm scrolling on Facebook, and whether I start a conversation with them right then or I just write their name down to start a conversation. People who are posting about those problems are looking for solutions. So we have a solution, and whether it's just the fitness, but really the coaching opportunity is so big for so many people that we just need to keep that in mind at all times. So you want to also start maybe building your Instagram. I'm going to say, if you're not on Instagram, you probably want to start being there, and just building that. It's difficult at first to really dive that much into it, but when you're an emerald coach and you're starting to build the diamond, I would start getting on Instagram, building your Instagram, and then start really trying to find your niche, your niche market, your audience, who you want to be talking to, and start connecting and following and talking to those people on there, and start talking to them a little bit. But mostly I would say your warm market with a little bit of your cold market on Instagram. And eventually I would say a lot of people go diamond with a warm market. A lot of discount coaches is where you're going to probably go to diamond unless you are finding some killer people. But a lot of times, as a newer coach, it's hard to find people that want to work the business. So don't be afraid to offer people the discount option to get there. And again, your challengers, you guys always want to be talking to your challengers, whether you're a couple weeks into the challenge group and you want to start hinting at stuff oh my gosh, you're doing such a great job, encouraging everyone, you'd be so great at doing what I do, and just stopping it there and leaving hints and stuff like that for the people who are gonna, your good challengers that will be good coaches. Start dropping hints throughout your challenge group, so that at the end, when you can invite them to be a coach, they already have that in the mind that they would be good at it. So I would say, as an emerald coach, really, really focus on your challenge groups, getting people good results, and helping them fall in love with the product so that they will want to become coaches. Sneak peeks, Megan and I both hold sneak peeks every month. I would say once you're maybe a diamond coach, you want to maybe start doing your own, but until you're a diamond coach, I would just invite your people to ours, because we do all the work for you. It's not something that you need to spend your time doing. Invite your people to ours every month. I would say at least try to have 2+ people in there. At any part of your business, really. Just try to find people every month. But really, like I said, you guys can always just invite to ours. I really don't think that making your own at this point is worth it. I know Megan and I both have said that we have spent a lot of time like making our own trainings and stuff, like right when we went diamond or before we went diamond, and we both said it was just like not a good time to, not a good way to spend our time. So don't worry about doing that. Just use the stuff we have. And then once you get to diamond, you guys, you really want to start going into your cold market more, because you're probably starting to go through a lot of your warm market, and this is when you are going to have to start expanding. So I definitely went to diamond with mostly my warm market, a little bit of cold market on Facebook, but I kind of have plateaued there since, because I wasn't on Instagram. And I'm like, I've been diamond for a year now. And I think that's why, is because I haven't been growing my cold market enough. And so now I'm talking to so many new people on Instagram, and there's so many different people than just my people that I went to school with, but now I can be talking to the people that I want to be talking to, the type of people that I want to be talking to. So I'm able to find better people that are going to be my people for my business. So I would definitely say once you get to diamond, if not before, but really start working on your cold market, finding out who you want to be attracting, who you want to be working with. You usually don't get the opportunity to pick who you're working with in any other job. So that's something really cool that we get to do. I know for a long time, like I said, I would just add people on Facebook and, just to add people just because we had mutual friends, but that wasn't doing anything because those weren't my people. Now I'm able to find more of my people because I've been looking through hashtags and going through stuff like that and finding a better quality people to be able to talk to. And another thing I wanted to mention is, in the past, as far as sneak peeks, I've tried to just get a ton of people in there. And it really turns out that not as many people go through the info or get on live. So as far as sneak peeks, what I've been doing lately is just, I have one coming next week, is really just focusing on getting like 5 really quality people who are actually really interested, instead of trying to get 20 new people who, yeah, that sounds kind of cool, but probably won't even ever go through it. So that's another thing you want to think of, I think, as far as especially recruiting coaches, is quantity over quality. No, quality over quantity for sure. Because if people don't want to do it, they're not going to do it, and they're not going to even probably listen. So why waste your time? So again, who is the coaching opportunity for? I know you've probably heard this before, but it's literally can be for anyone who wants so many different things in their life, whether someone's looking to have just side money or to build their entire income. There's so many different things that this literally can be for anyone. But like I said, I really look for like new moms is, especially if you have kids, a super good target audience. But anyone who gives you money objections when you're talking, that's another good one. Especially if they are really interested. I say that all the time, like, hey, look, I know this probably sounds crazy, but would you ever think of learning about what I do as a coach? If you have maybe 3 people that would want to join you, you would make your money back right away. And it would just be a really great way to make some money on the side. People, not a lot of people will have 3 people right away, but it's always something good, even if they don't sign up as a coach right away, but to keep in their mind. So anyone with money objections, like I said, people who post about not liking their job, not wanting to go to work, all those sort of things. Not that you want complainers necessarily, but people that are just like, oh, like, I really wish I could travel more. I really wish I could go, do this with my kids on a Tuesday or whatever. People post about that stuff. And like I said, they're looking for a solution, and that is something that we have. The other thing is trainers and fitness people, fitness enthusiasts, people who like working out. I was talking to it was actually a husband, and when I was in Mexico, and his wife was pretty, like, not new, I want to say, but fairly new coach, and she was like 1 or 2 star, and she's a trainer, and she was just killing it, because she was like, all these people that are spending hundreds of dollars to come see me here and there, like, they're so willing to do this and then not have to come to my house every day and all these things, and they're getting so much more. So talking to people, like, I think talking to like trainers is very intimidating, because I think that they they think that they're better than us a lot of the time, or like what we do is silly. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't talk to them and give them a chance, because you never know who's looking, for a side income or to do something else, or maybe they hate their job and you don't even know it, but they just like fitness. So just talk to all those people. Those are all opportunities. And if you don't ask, you're never going to know. So next, posting about coaching, I think, is probably one of the most important things, and it's something that I've been totally slacking on lately. But just breadcrumbing in your post about coaching, even if you don't talk anything about it, but just it's really nice to have a job that allows me to, for me, like, I don't have to work Friday and Saturday nights anymore because I'm not a server anymore, and that's awesome. I used to have to work every single weekend night, so just posting, like, it's just like that. I don't even have to say coaching or anything, but it's so nice to be able to go on a date night. I'm so blessed to have an opportunity to have a job that I don't have to work weekends anymore. Things like that. Whatever coaching has done for you, whether you're a brand new coach and it's only changed your fitness, or maybe you've only made $50, that's still something. So post about it. People want to see that, and you're going to start building a following off that, because that's what people like to see. So I would also say call to actions. Make sure you're doing call to actions on coaching at least once in a while. I know they're a little bit more intimidating, I think, than like fitness ones, just because, like I said, you might be a newer coach and you might not feel like you have that much to offer, or that you've done that well yet. But people could use so much. $50 a week, or $100 a month, that covers people's bills. Like, that helps me out. I don't make $1 million, but if I didn't have Beachbody, I would not, I would have to have a full-time job, and I hated it. So just talking about that and letting people know what it's done for you is super, super important. And asking people to join you, because you never know who would want to join you. And then the last thing is discount coaching. It's kind of like a weary thing, and some people don't like to have discount coaches because they'd rather make the commission, or because they would rather have a team that of working people. But I think me, for still at where I'm at in my business, but maybe some people are more steady of diamonds than me, but I have to have discount coaches coming in every month, because coaches quit so often that if I didn't have discount coaches to back up my active coaches, I would not be able to hold any ranks, because I don't have that many active working coaches. So I don't think it's a bad thing to have discount coaches. Not that you want to have everything on there. Obviously, you need real coaches to build your business, but to build up to that, having 8 active coaches, and then to keep on going with that, and having, maybe you're building your spouse to Emerald, those can be 2 discount coaches. I just think a lot of people look down on that because they want to make the commission or whatnot, but I know I wouldn't probably have ever gone diamond if I didn't sign up discount coaches. Another way to think about it is, you want to help people as much as you can. You want to be able to offer the discount. If you went to the store shopping and no one told you could save $20 a month, on something that you're getting, you would be angry. So offer that to people. I use a script every time I sign someone up, and it gives them the option to sign up as a challenger, and you get all this stuff, or you can, I think it's probably the same one Megan uses, maybe not. No, you change it. No. So, but what it says is basically, you can sign up as a challenger, or you can, if you're someone like me who wants to, who likes to help people out and maybe you could use a little extra money, you can sign up as a coach. You can save 25% on your future products, blah, 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 blah. And people are like, oh yeah, like I've had people who I would never think of that want to be a coach, and they're like, oh yeah, I'd love to learn more about actually being a coach, but I for sure want the discount. So I offer that to everyone. And to be honest with you, a lot of my like working coaches right now are people that I offered it to, and then they ended up wanting to coach and ended up basically going through the coach basics and all that more than anyone else. So I wouldn't be afraid to offer that, especially if you are building your business. The last thing I want to say is, I know that a lot of times you don't want to be posting Beachbody, Beachbody, Beachbody. You are not a Beachbody billboard, but you are a business owner. So I want you to always have it like on the back of your mind. So not that everything needs to be about Beachbody, but it should be, I want to say, like relatable in some way, or like when you're out out at breakfast or something, or you're walking around, you still are a business owner, and people will see you, and things like that. So you just always want to keep that professional in the back of your mind, but also how you can talk to people. Like one training Amy Silverman gave at Summit a year or two ago was, she's like, I literally talk to everyone around me, and then I add them on Facebook, and then they see my post, and then they want to be a coach because so I'm really bad about that. I'm really shy, but I try to start conversations, and I'm building up to that more, but just always keep that in the back of your mind, starting conversations. And especially like if you're moms and you're at the park and you have other moms at the park, you can, get them on Facebook, get their, stay in contact with those people. Always kind of have that in the back of your mind. But it's not like you want to be a billboard, like posting a billboard on your Facebook. So that is all I have. Does anyone have any questions?
I couldn't find my pen, so I wrote down notes. But I wanted to reiterate a couple things. I'm not gonna go crazy on this, but no, that was awesome. Yeah, it's super important. We have that Push to Emerald group where we do these little push calls every Wednesday. And you guys know the importance of going Emerald because it's your first milestone in building your business. So I'm really glad that you started off with that. And then if there's any new coaches watching, warm versus cold market. So when Jamie was talking about your warm market, that's people that already know you, already like you, already trust you. Like your close friends and family that you have had conversations and hanging out with, and that's your warm market. And your cold market is people that you've never talked to before, and then you have to build some sort of connection, or whatever it is. So just to differentiate that quick. And then about talking about how getting your challengers in, I went live in our team page about the vital process is helping people get started in a challenge group. And then sometimes we used to do coach of the day. So say you have a really good challenger that's just showing up every day with their fitness, with their nutrition, and just killing it. Reach out to them and saying hey, would you mind being coach of the day for our group? Just posting something inspirational in the morning. You could lie and be like, I just want to make sure something gets out and I have an appointment with my daughter, or I have to do whatever, or I just want some extra help. And then getting them kind of doing the coach work of posting the inspirational post. And then, later on being like, girl, you're killing in our group. Have you ever considered coaching? It can just be that simple, right? So that's my little spiel on inviting challengers to coaching. And then, if they're like, yeah, give me more information, then just add them into our sneak peek. They're like, here, check this out. It has all the information. And then let me know if you have any questions so that you're not word vomiting at them. And then Jamie talked about, quality versus quantity. When I was building my team, one in every 10 coaches are actually going to work the business. And that's really kind of a scary number to hear. I get probably 5 coach cancellations every single month. And that's not because I'm a bad coach. It's because I offer people the discount, and a lot of people, they'll come on for the discount and then they'll maybe decide to work. I do have people that strictly came on for the discount and have started working their coaching business, and then, or people that just use their coaching account to get the discount and have been doing so for 3 years now, and occasionally get an income off of it. But you have to, you want to search for those people that when I bring people onto my team to actually work the business. I'm going to take Mackenzie, for example. When I found Mackenzie on Facebook, I genuinely was like, this is my soul sister. I need her on my team. And I first invited her to the 80-Day Obsession Challenge group. And I was just very genuine, and you look like you're fit and active, because obviously I creeped her page a lot. I was like, hey, she seems like she's fit and active. I'm going to invite her to 80-Day Obsession. And then I kept planting that seed of have you ever thought about coaching? In the back of my head, I wanted to go strangle her and be like, you need to coach. But right, the people that are on our team, they're people that I actually want to hang out with. And that's because I'm looking for people like me that, we're not all like identical or anything, but those are like the quality people. Then you need that quantity too. You can find people that maybe you're like, okay, well, maybe we won't be besties, but you never know. Some people end up being rock star coaches that you like really doubted. And some people cancel their coaching account and quit on you when you tried your best to help them and they didn't want your help, and that's not your fault. So, you have to continue adding to your team, but still be looking for those people that you're like, I want this girl to be my best friend, because that's what's going to like really bring up the vibes in your team, and you're going to build like this sisterhood, which is my goal. And then Jamie talked about fitness people, and I just have to Megan is a personal trainer, and she actually just quit her job. She just, she's a new mom. And, she realized she wants to be home with her daughter. And there was that like thin line kind of between what can she post on Facebook, because she was a personal trainer at a gym versus trying to build an at-home business. And so now she's gonna buckle down and she's gonna work this business. And so, and Rachel, she's also into fitness, graduated with kinesiology, put fitness and health plans together for people before. So yeah, fitness people are like, they're into this. And I had someone actually message me the other day on Instagram, right? And she's just been watching my stories. I don't know who she is. And she's like, okay, I've been watching your stories about working from home, and I'm a personal trainer, and I just feel like this would be a good side thing for me. So again, like, we don't realize the importance of being consistent on our stories until you get something like that, and you're like, okay, I need to keep being consistent. And I added her into our coach sneak peek, and now like we're actively talking, and hopefully she's gonna join our team, and maybe because side income, and then maybe go from there. And then the last thing that I wanted to say was that posting about the coaching opportunity. And Kim actually had a really awesome post the other day. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was kind of like, she's not like a top coach, but she's starting to build momentum and starting to learn the business, because it takes a little while. And she basically shared about like this, what she does is coaching, and how she's able to build a side income, and what she's working towards. Like, she told a story and she told people what she's working towards. So she knows where she wants to go, and she sprinkled that into coaching and with her family and where she's taking herself. So if you want to go look at it, you totally can, but that was a really good breadcrumbing into the coaching opportunity of where she wanted to go, and so, yeah, this was all super, super awesome. And does anyone have any questions for Jamie or for me or anything at all? Awesome. Jamie, do you have any last pieces?
No, I just totally agree about like quantity and quality. I guess you definitely need to bring people in, like I'm saying, discount coaches, but you definitely want to, in the meantime, be looking for those quality people, is how I'd put it. Like, don't be afraid to bring in quantity, but look for quality in the meantime.
Yes.
So yes. And don't it's hard, you guys. Like, finding people to work the business is hard. Like I say, I don't have any working coaches on this call right now. Like, I've been in this business for 3 years. Don't let that get you down, because I've also not been doing everything I needed to be doing that whole time. But it's definitely not easy. So don't get down when people quit or people say no or whatever. Like, just, it is what it is. It's a business. We all struggle with that. So you just got to keep going, keep talking to more people.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for hopping on. Next week, I'm super excited. Rachel's going to guest speak on free groups. I know she did a call before on them, but I asked her about it because she's obviously, doing really well in her business right now. And I asked her if she would speak on a call, and she said, I think I would want to do free groups again, because I would present it completely different than I did last time, because as she started doing it, she's evolved and learned different things, and now they're getting better and better each time. So next Sunday, free groups, I hope you'll come in, because I know a lot of you have asked about them. And so hopefully this will clarify and help you getting started on running your own free groups to bring more people into the business. So have a good rest of your night, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.